I'm Firefighter 1, Abraham Ordonez from Sonoma Lake Napa Unit, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
On this episode, we take you to a vegetation fire in Jurupa Valley, and we visit Station 29 in Anza, where we learn about tools used for wildland firefighting.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, I'm Alex Azaguirre, and thanks for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. We're starting at Station 29 in Anza, where we learn about specialized tools used to fight vegetation fires.
Hello, I'm Fire Captain David Mendoza, assigned to CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Station 29 in Anza. One of our primary missions is out of this station would be wildland firefighting. So we're going to introduce some of the wildland firefighting tools that we use. Today I'm going to introduce you to the round head shovel. We can use this for several things. We can scoop dirt up and lob it to the fire. We can cover up the fire and help extinguish it. It's very effective, and especially if it's something we can't get right up on, we can take and we can lob this a good 10 or 12 feet. And we can also use the edge as a cutting edge to cut grass while we're cutting line on a fire.
Hi, I am Engineer Sunil Ladin. I'm here at Station 29. I'm going to introduce you to my favorite tool, which is the Pulaski. It has two sides. First side is a flathead axe, and the other side is the adze, or also known as the grubbing edge. Fun fact about the Pulaski, it was made in 1911 by Ed Pulaski. That's where I got the name. The flathead side right here is used for cutting down trees and brushes. And on the other side, the grubbing edge, or the adze, is used for cutting down to bare minimum soil or roots.
Hello, my name is Corey Brooks, firefighter here at Station 29. This is my favorite tool. It is called a heavy hoe, also known as a rogue. The reason I like this tool is because it's a big boy and it gets the job done. We use this in vegetation fires, so when we're cutting a line, what we're trying to do is we're trying to cut a line between what's unburned and burned.
I'm Fire Captain David Mendoza, proud to serve the citizens of Anza and Riverside County.
Last week, from January 20th through January 26th, the department responded to a total of 4,471 calls for service. This included 3,224 medical emergencies and 177 fire-related calls. Here's a few incidents from that time period. On the evening of Tuesday, January 21st, firefighters were dispatched for multiple reports of a vegetation fire in the 6000 block of Van Buren Boulevard in the city of Jurupa Valley. The first arriving engine company officer reported 1 acre of vegetation burning at a slow rate of spread. With red flag conditions affecting fire behavior, the flames shifted, which resulted in multiple structures being threatened. Evacuation warnings were implemented, and to aid with the fire, a unified command was established with Riverside City Fire Department. With time and diligent work in fire suppression efforts, all evacuation warnings were lifted. The fire was contained to 39 acres and no injuries were reported. During the late hours of Friday, January 24th, firefighters were dispatched to multiple reports of a structure fire in the 29,000 block of Sugarfoot Court in the city of Menifee. The first arriving company officer reported a single-story, single-family home with heavy fire showing. With time, the fire was contained and 1 patient was transported by ground ambulance to a local area hospital. The American Red Cross was contacted for 7 displaced residents. No additional injuries were reported. On Sunday, January 26th, firefighters were called for a reported traffic collision on the interchange of Highway 15 and Highway 60 in the city of Jurupa Valley. The first arriving unit reported a single vehicle collision with moderate damage and a patient trapped inside. Within 6 minutes of firefighters being on scene, the patient was extricated with moderate injuries and transported by ground ambulance to a local area hospital. No additional injuries were reported.
Are you doing the right thing the wrong way? Let me explain. Each year, many fires are started by people using equipment incorrectly. Whether working to create defensible space around your home, safety starts with responsibility. Here are some tips for operating equipment safely to keep your home and community safe. Be sure to do all yard maintenance with equipment that requires a gas or electrical motor before 10 a.m. Ensure that lawnmowers are only used for lawns, never use them for dry vegetation. Use a weed trimmer to maintain dry weeds and grass, and always remove rocks before operating this equipment. In wildland areas, spark arresters are required on all portable gasoline-powered equipment. This includes tractors, chainsaws, weed eaters, mowers, and ATVs. Never drive your vehicle onto dry grass or brush. Hot exhaust pipes and mufflers can start fires that you won't even see until it's too late. When practicing safe towing, use appropriate safety pins and hitch balls to secure chains. Dragging chains throw sparks onto the dry brush alongside roadways, creating dangerous fires. Use all equipment responsibly. Safety starts with you.
That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CAL FIRE, RRU, and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Alex Izaguirre. Thanks for watching.